Game 1. I kind of hope this is best of 5, but we'll see. Um, as we've come in, it looks like not much has happened. Sturm played, oh, sorry, let me swap the sides of the players because they're... Cool. So, yeah, it looks like Sturm has played the Dark Deal, and Rainheardt is running Exchange, potentially because Dark Deal was planned to be in this tournament, like people all knew that. Potentially because Exchange is just really good for his playstyle anyways. Anyways, now Sturm has nothing to steal, but he's up a card to 55 mana. The value of having a Shadow Lurker is probably not 55 mana, so you could say that Zera's just, or Reinhardt is just winning at this point. Queen of Thorns to surround is fine. There's actually no good squares for Zera to go to right now, but it's not very difficult for him to back off and kill the Queen of Thorns somehow. A little bit of danger, but overall not much. I think it was silly to play Exchange on the first turn. What that tells me is that probably this Zera, or well, Reinhardt doesn't have a lot of cards that are worth playing. So he's kind of gotten schnookered in terms of having a good hand. Because if otherwise, like, there's no way to play a demon and to steal a demon on the same turn. So, oh wait, sorry, Taurus Dragon is a demon, so I guess that's not the case. But the fact that he didn't play a card means that I was right anyways, despite my flawed logic. Hmm. This is gonna be a difficult game for Rainheart. I can't imagine what's in his hand. Probably like all of his deep cards, right? So I can't imagine he's running any more than the two, which are Taurus Dragon and Death from Beyond. Is that what it's? No. Although Death from Beyond would be a good replacement for Taurus Dragon. No, I can't remember what it's called now. Eater of Worlds, basically. But yeah, this is tough. Going in here and playing Oasis. I'm surprised. I guess he just drew his Oasis. That means his hand must be really bad. But at least he gets mana. He's gonna have enough mana to play whatever he wants now. Taurus Dragon he can afford, and I'm pretty sure he can afford his Force guy. It's just a matter of, yeah, how much health will he have once we get to that point. It's kind of sad to see a game essentially lost due to bad hand. It's not over, but it's rough. I think probably the best play would be to play his diamond right here, back off over here, and then just Space Crush. You get to kill a Queen of Thorns, and then you also do enough damage to the king, and being able to force Taurus Dragon around is super, super useful. Plus, or you can even back off here, actually, because then you're not, well, no, you can't, because you'll get hit by the Taurus Dragon. Yeah, you have to back off here, but you would only take 2 damage, plus whatever he wants to do with Taurus Dragon. But the other thing is that your Crusher would be able to force Taurus Dragon, or just hit Taurus Dragon, depending on how you played it. Anyways, enough about that. So he is going to play his own Taurus Dragon, get some damage off. Uh, to me, that feels like he doesn't have the diamond, right? Because he would just play the diamond here, and then blow it up, and then walk away. But he didn't. So I struggle to tell what's in his hand. Obviously, he had barrier. I don't know. Very strange. If I'm Sturm, I'm thinking like, what is he running? What is in his hand? He passed a turn on turn 2 with like 40 or 50 mana. So, what's he got? At this point, he should have most of his cards. He's just looking for more mana, which he's pretty cornered. Here's probably the best place to run. You don't get mana there. Okay. Now he's gonna get some Ephemeral Garden mana. He must have top decked that recently too. This is crazy. Either this is very weird play, or he just got really, really unlucky with his hands. Okay. Now we're seeing, yeah, the sort of win con for Taurus Dragon. It's going to be very hard to keep your Zera alive. You can run away from the Psycho Fiend, but only does so much. I think, yeah, I don't think he has enough mana to do anything useful. He could play Barrier, run off here. He's going to lose this card, though. I think you can hope that the Taurus Dragon comes in and then sort of hit it. Interesting. Is he running his own Psycho Fiend? I think like that card makes sense. I don't know if I would run that in that deck. I'd have to reconstruct his deck afterwards. Interesting. Obviously, I'm not in the tournament, so I have no. I did better than him, so I'll just have to trust the players for their deck building choices. After all, they are in the finals. Okay. Yeah, you can run away and have barrier. That makes a lot of sense, but at the end of the day, one card comes down and you're in a rough spot. Rainhardt's biggest advantage now is that he does have enough mana for his diamond. He can kind of just drop it and kill a bunch of creatures. But Shadow Lurkers survive. But you can play your diamond here. Back off here. Boom, boom. Well, you actually have to back off here because of this Taurus Dragon. Kind of crazy. Okay. I'm just gonna swap over here so I can do some more. Okay. The Castle Knight comes out really late. Unfortunate that he drew it so late, but what can you do? I haven't said much. Rainhardt's kind of just suffocating. I really have to chalk that up to a bad starting hand, though. I think he had all the opportunity to win if he just had like one of any of his three win cons. He probably doesn't run three of his diamond because he probably doesn't own three. So this is one of those decks that's actually just so expensive to play because you have to run one king as a diamond, three emeralds. Your force cards are three of a diamond. Star Eater, that's what it's called, yeah. And yeah, it's just such an expensive deck to play. You're never gonna get three Star Eaters unless you have been playing forever. I don't even have one yet. I have one diamond that I've ever opened. Well, two if you count. I have a second account that exists, but I obviously don't trade between my accounts. Anyways, that will be one for Sturm. We're gonna go back into spectate and see if we can find. Oh, I think they might already be in their second match. Yep, they are. Once again, we have Rainheardt on the left side. Oh, but Sturm got the point, not Rainheardt. Okay. Rainheardt starts with Queen of Thorns. Sturm starts with Queen of Thorns. It's actually kind of bad for. Oh, I guess I should actually have Sturm like blue on the left because they go first, shouldn't I? Okay. So, yeah, Queen of Thorns is pretty slow. I didn't see what Rainheardt played. Did he pass? If he's passing consistently, that feels like a really not well-made deck. But okay. Here comes the Castle Knight. Kill both the queens. I guess, yeah, you don't get to kill them, but he hits them. He's gonna stay on the same spot. Makes some sense. You get mana here. I potentially would have moved up because how much is my shoot? It's 14, right? Something like that. Oh, 18. Yeah. So you can kind of outduel a Taurus Dragon. Shadow Lurker doesn't do 18, does it? 17. But I guess you're on flame, so you have to deal with like Scorched Prio maybe. It wouldn't be like a game one play because you don't know what your opponent has, but I don't know. Maybe I'm too scared of Psycho Fiend, but I feel like it would have been a play you would look into. Anyways, after a couple more turns, Rainheardt now has 87 mana, which is enough for his diamond if he happens to have it. One thing that's really cool in the Taurus Dragon matchup is that you can force yourself here, swing, and the Taurus Dragon can't hit you back. But you do have to worry about Taurus Dragon having its own force, so it's not super cut and dry. I really expect Rainheardt to want to go here anyways, so this is kind of weird. Rainheardt probably still swings for one though. Whoa. Okay, he wants the diamond. But the problem with this is that you can't blow it up. I didn't see what he forced. I guess the Shadow Lurker. Okay. I really would have gone here, because it's 16 mana, right? So then you're at, well, 49. And you can do the same force by placing your Star Eater here. I think the reason he didn't is because he wants to control more of the board with the Star Eater. Like we've said before, the Star Eater controls like all this. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Is the board not square? Oh, I am doing something wrong. This Star Eater controls all this, which is just more relevant than having this. But he also is behind on mana now. So we'll have to see how it goes down. The Dune Strider. Actually, did I see the Dune Strider before? I don't think I did. I don't even like that, but I can see it. I'm not surprised why he did it. Actually, I did see it before. A little bit weird that he didn't put his Zera on mana. I guess he doesn't have any will to have more mana now. We'll have to see how Sturm responds. Sturm's gotta have, like, Psycho Fiend lying around, so he can just kind of pull himself forward and swing at the Zera. I guess not, though. Very interesting. Have to see what he does. Yeah, this Queen of Thorns is kind of nice to have here because you can surround. At this point, this is the only safe spot for Zera, I think. Actually this one is. If the Zera goes here, then you can force and swing. You do have to be wary of Star Eater here, and this spot is good in the sense that he can't force and then swing because there's a Queen of Thorns in the way. This play's a little bit risky. Obviously, he's going to take some damage, but it is what it is. My biggest actual complaint with this play is that you can play a force card here, back up and swing, and now you're out of range of Star Eater. And if you're out of range of Star Eater and you're hitting Zera for free and at like 24 damage, that's not good. But okay, he goes for the Shadow Lurker. It's 17 damage. Still pretty good. And we'll have to see what he does with the Taurus Dragon. He is super healthy. He could technically opt to kill the Dune Strider, but you take so much damage, it's probably never worth it. Staying in range of the Star Eater is a little bit dangerous, but he'll never connect into Zera unless he moves you out of Star Eater range, and in that case, Zera does less damage. So the king is kind of safe here. I guess he's going to choose here. I would have considered going back here. You do get swung at by Zera, so probably this is the best play. Interesting to see the Dune Strider backing up like that. Might mean he's trying to make room, or it might mean that he's noticed that this is in danger and he wants to, well, if he's going to be moving a bunch of creatures away, he doesn't want to have to risk trading the Dune Strider. This thing, of course, has range 3, so once you're out here, you actually cannot get more mana. What's really surprising to me is that he hasn't played another Taurus. I don't know how many, like, he might be on, like, low cards or something. But a lot of times, like, you'd expect him to try to get more mana and do things, but it doesn't seem to happen. Interesting. I'm not against that play, but I really just think hitting the king is super worth it here. Yeah, and Sturm agrees as he gets the kill. So yeah, I'm surprised by how much time the players spend not finishing the game. I don't know if they just weren't on their cards that were required, or if they, I don't know. Anyways, that is a 2-0 for Sturm. I hope there's a third match because I really do feel like Rainheardt could have taken both those games. Alright, we're gonna see if there's a game 3, but I don't think there is. Alright, I don't think there is a third game, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching the finals. I wasn't really around to stream the rest, but I'm glad I got home to see the finals. I think Rainheart got really unlucky, and I think I really liked his deck more than I liked Sturm's. But oh well. Maybe I'll give you a quick I'll do deck rundowns later. As like I'll release one deck a day and I'll do all the decks in the tournament that got to like semis or quarters or got a win. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll look over every deck and then I'll sort of give you my idea of how they should be played. Um, whether they could be upgraded, because I do think that some of these decks have more potential, but for whatever reason, they weren't at their potential, either for economy reasons, the player didn't open enough packs, whatever it may be, right? But yeah, something of the sort. I'll do that. Keep an eye out for tomorrow and the day after and the day after that, and blah blah blah. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and have a good one.